Hey guys, and welcome to me playing Dinocide. It's got dinosaur in the name, always a plus. So our lovers have been interrupted by a huge creature. Genuinely massive. I've just been looking in my camera and I've realised I've shaved recently and I appear to have cut off my chin. It's disappeared entirely. Okay. So this is the map screen, and contrary to popular opinion, there's no kind of user interface. Okay. I'll just go with that. So I played this briefly. Oh god, that's loud. There's not much to it, but it has got the occasional dinosaur. It very much feels like someone's first attempt, and they were told, hey, this is kind of fun, and they just thought, fuck it, I'm a game developer now. But you know, everyone's got to start somewhere, and it's got dinosaurs in it. Right, I've nearly died of hunger. It seems to be perfectly balanced out so that will always happen on your first run through. It's got something going for it that I particularly like this game, and I don't know if I can... yeah, I can. When you go to gamepad, right, when you first start this game and you try and play it with a regular controller, you'll think it doesn't work because this is what they use. This is their standard. That's like a Mega Drive controller. In fact, for many years, that was the generic controller. So, subsequently, the B button is the one that does everything on my Xbox controller. I've quit the game somehow, by accident. I refuse to read any of that. And something in my head about using the B button. X to jump, B to throw shit. It's just so alien. This is the speedrun version. I've already done it once, so I know how I can do it perfectly. See that? Not a single wasted shot. So I played this for a bit, and I found it to be not entirely without merit. Not good by any means, but not entirely bad. It was the enemy design I quite liked. It got weird, like quickly. See what I mean? Very much of the internet style, isn't it? Plus, I really like the aesthetic. You know, it's very pleasing, very colourful. This screen might as well be in French because, as far as I can tell, it like your instinct tells you right now you're going to pick your loadout, but seemingly it has no real bearing because as soon as you start the level, you pretty much always get given other shit. I don't know if this is something for the later levels, if there are any. Look, a skeleton wearing... I don't know what sort of hat that was. Maybe a red beret, or... Kind of looked like a fez that someone had crushed into another, less powerful hat. Huh. That was oddly appealing. I think I died of hunger. There's no health in this game. It's all hunger based. Yeah, so he threw his sort of Spanish looking hat, and then he threw his head and then he died. Which is basically my life story. Right, that's, you know, I meant to fall down there. There's food down below. Notice it took away from my hunger bar, that bar at the top. I haven't yet worked out if there's if there's any point to even killing the enemies, honestly, because they don't really do a lot of damage. The bar on the left seemingly relate. Dinosaur. I knew there was some reason I didn't delete this immediately, and it was the dinosaurs. You can ride dinosaurs. Granted, it's nothing super special. I forgot they could do this. Yeah, so this is immediately gone up in my estimation because I'd completely forgotten about the dinosaur riding aspect, which is a fucking crime, to be honest. How many games can you ride dinosaurs in? There's Ark, which I haven't played because I'm too tight. There's well, that's basically it. There's Turok, Mario, obviously. Well, hang on, I'm taking the dinosaur. Fuck it, I'll take the arrow as well. Ah, damn it! I'm given a better dinosaur. Look, underwater ruins in the background. That tells us this game has a storied past. There was a civilization. I gave that enemy entirely too much credit. Donkey Kong Country. That's the vibe, isn't it? Because in that game you used to ride lots of different animals, which frankly knocked fucking Yoshi out of the park. No offense to Yoshi, who I do dearly enjoy, but like a rhino is better. What am I saying? A rhino is better than a dinosaur? I do like rhinos though. There's something about the no shits given attitude of the rhino. Alright, I failed to hit that. What even is that? I've just been going by accepting that as a creature that is acceptable. It's a Pokemon is what it is. It's halfway between a Tentacruel and a Krabby. Or a crab and a squid, if you want to use, you know, real words and things. Speaking of words, my favourite word at the moment is cromulent from The Simpsons. Which it's a perfectly cromulent word to use the term correctly. Okay, I better get a dinosaur. Pretty sharpish. Okay, that snake is faster than me. And I can never do anything with it now. I need to kill those immediately. I've now decided that they move faster than me and I can't outjump. Okay, I wasn't prepared for the thing from June to appear. Should we have a dino? I'm hesitant to take my orange dinosaur because I feel it might get damaged. Now, I'm thinking this arrow... Okay, I can actually attack the snake with it. I had a sudden fear that it would just soar over its head. 2 shots, double tap everything, that's the key. Right, I'll be a big dune snake here. And he's dead. Never to return. Good. Okay, I am doing well. The arrow is the way to go, it seems. Also, I picked up a cheeky little bastard. Just learned you can't crouch. Yeah, I picked up an axe in the last level and I had that in my inventory, so I'm guessing I've now got a spare arrow should I need it. Dinosaur! What in the hell is that? It's like a raptor. This is my life now. Trouble is, you know what the case will be. I'll be loving this game up until the point where the dinosaurs repeat, and then it's like, okay, I've seen it all. That's all I needed. Oh god, I love that. Does seem to use a lot of food energy, maybe. Oh shit, I killed my dinosaur. So, well, I don't know. I think I used. Money! Huh. Right, I may have killed myself for that. Come on. Oh god, that was close. Right. I'm now living meal to meal. Oh, and I've finished level. Great. So far we've had underwater, mountains, waterfall, and desert. Was it mountains? It was more of a waterfall. And the first one was jungle, wasn't it? Let's take the arrows. I love them, and forget about a dinosaur for now, because odds are I'll be given some sort of cave dinosaur. It's a saber-toothed bat. I've just realised. I love it. You know, I was cynical about this game, but it's grown on me. Only slight issue I have found is the settings are somewhat lackluster. You can make it full screen or windowed. You can't change the resolution though. And I can't quite figure out what resolution it defaults at. It's not 1920 by 1080, it's a square resolution for a start. Well, it's not square, it's 4 by 3. It's also not shit. Like on my 4K monitor, it fits on there, but not like it's very hard to describe. There was lava in that level. I need my lava dinosaur. It's justified. Fucking nailed it. Okay, I thought there was going to be an enemy there. There wasn't. Shit. Oh, I wonder if this dinosaur does take damage from the fire or not. I'm saying dinosaur, it's a lot more like a Digimon, actually. Tyrannomon, to be specific. Or the dinosaur one, to be unspecific. Fuck it. Used way too much on that. Can I? Yes, I can just walk on it. I don't know if that was the best way of finding out. Who can say? It was my way. What's clear is when you start getting hungry, the symbol above his head is meat. The only food I've seen so far is fruit. Does that mean there is some kind of oppressive vegetarian overlord? Or does it mean that they just kind of figured it was easier to program in 10 different fruits than it was, I don't know, some meat? A diamond. So is that going to be for a high score? Or is it some kind of in-game currency? I can see it being a currency, to be honest, because there's like equipment and stuff. But equipment is probably a bit of an excessive term for it. There's items. That's the one, isn't it? I'm assuming this was made in one of those programs that makes games for you. I don't know which one. I'm after my girlfriend. That's the story, isn't it? Okay. It's a difficult thing to design bosses. I do like the way his eyebrow is moving though. Not his eyebrow, his eyelid. That's the second time in a video I've said eyebrow when I've meant eyelid. Okay. What I liked about that boss is that it was very much beatable. If I didn't have that item, it would have been harder. But it wasn't like impossible like a lot of these bosses are. That bugs me. I'm sensing a kind of tree dinosaur is approaching. Possibly that one that's no, they all have sort of two abilities, don't they? Actually, no, the sand one didn't really. It was just an attack, a cool attack. It's a green weevil. And oh look, there's a picture of the developers, presumably. Let's see, you've got John, Mark, Matthew, Ringo, and Harry. It's a nice little touch. For the most part, I'm yet to see a properly bottomless pit that kills me. Bell pepper to the rescue. I don't know what this thing is. I don't think it knows. It seemed to want death. I'm dead. That is the only annoying feature, the whole running out of food thing. It seems like it sort of hasn't been properly realised. But if jumping and damage from enemies, if that's what did it, that'd be okay. It's got like parameters then. But it seems to just be almost timer based, but slightly more arbitrary than that. So it's like there was always impending death. And you can't bank the food. Okay. Yeah, money. I don't remember seeing one of those instructional boards before. So I can just take the hit. I know there's... What is this? Oh, it's a shop! Right, I'm going to buy this. Not because I want it. Okay, it just adds it to my... No, damn it! It made me ride it immediately. This dinosaur's kind of pointless out here. There's no water for swimming. I'm of the suspicion that if you're underwater and you don't have this, control is much more difficult. Fucking twatted that spider, didn't I? This looks like a secret. What am I doing trying to protect this dinosaur? I don't give a shit. That... I clearly just broke something in the game there, didn't I? Oh, it was a secret exit. They've been playing Super Mario World, haven't they? So we've got Boomerang, and it's clear to me there's 3 other dinosaurs. No, 2 other, because I've already ridden one of them, haven't I? Wrong button, and I've lost my equipment. Just take the dinosaur. So I think there's a Boomerang and 2 more dinosaurs to see. I wonder what they will be. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should not have done that. Ah, Boomerang. I always feel that it somehow feels better in games when you have a boomerang and you catch it. Particularly in Super Smash Brothers, I like doing that. Like, there's no gain at all. It just feels nice. That's the first bit of meat we've seen. Wow, those bats really suicide on you, don't they? Oh, it's the pigs again. I assume they were undead, but they're also wearing clothing and I don't know. There's, you know, the enemies they've started to repeat quite a bit now. That one isn't properly rendered. Best not to question that. I don't think they expected anyone to play this long, which is kind of a weird thing in my head for when you're designing games. Like this is not complicated, but how do you like why is it? I kind of, well, maybe people do buy this. Gotta remember, there's a lot of children on Steam. Fucking nailed that. Yeah, this would be quite fun for kids, wouldn't it? Maybe. Jesus Christ, look at that turkey. Was that a snail? Some sort of mollusk? Fireball. That one just fucking sends you up there, doesn't it? And it's not the end. There's no exit sign. I've definitely done a boss fight. How long have I been playing for? 6 hours. Jesus Christ. It really gets away from you when you're doing this, doesn't it? Okay, I'm sensing a new dinosaur is imminent. Probably one that is immune to whatever that... I'm assuming poison is. It's some sort of swamp water. Doesn't have that thing where, like, the lighter you touch the button, the less you jump. So it's quite hard to jump super accurate. Oh, yep, this is killing me. Thank God I had that dinosaur. Ooh. Ah, new dinosaur. What's it going to be? Okay. I just walked straight on top of it. I kind of like the way he walks. He looks hench, to use a word I absolutely hate. Wah. He does, doesn't he? He looks just tough as fucking nails. I probably shouldn't be using his super as aggressively as I am, but it says one more dinosaur to see. I feel like it should be some sort of bird, but it'd be too easy. It's too obvious. Also, I didn't remotely guess that one. Ice. Ah, it's probably something to do with ice, isn't it? That won't be here. It's too easy. I've just learnt that Y also jumps. Because why not? It's called Dinocide, by the way. Got sent this for free. Was actually about to play the Doom closed beta but it couldn't really run for whatever reason. It ran like absolute dog shit. I'm talking like it was stuttering on menus and shit. I just couldn't get it going, so thought I'd leave that. Which is weird because I always associate Doom with you know, being very solid. Yeah, I'll buy that, and that's all I need. Oh, I transformed my dinosaur without realising. I kind of like those things. I could easily see myself riding one or two at a time. I'm not overly fussy. It's a little bit easy. The levels seem unnecessarily large, and this seems like a boss fight. So let's go with that because I reckon there's going to be lava involved. Nope. Choices. Let's go down. Okay, that was a huge error. I do now notice I am in Arizona. I lost my arrow. That's the one that really stings because frankly that was one of my better weapons. Bit of a risk-reward job going on, isn't there? Shit. He throws food at me. I wonder if that is actually food. No, it's not worth the risk. Fuck you, snake. Snakes can't climb. Well-known fact. Got vultures or buzzards. I think they're vultures. I oft get the two mixed up. I don't know that snake actually attacked me just then. He seemed to want to. And I'm thinking this boomerang actually homes in on the target. Oh, thought I wasn't going to get it out of there. So the last dinosaur is in fact a mech suit. So that's just fabulous. It's got rockets. You know what? I would never have guessed that in a million years. It does put certain stock in my theory from earlier that there is advanced civilizations around. Rocket is surprisingly weak. I thought it would kill pretty much any enemy in one, given that it is a full-on rocket. Shit! Oh god. I'm just constantly near death. And I made it. Right, I reckon there's a boss fight coming up. Whatever happens, this is going to be the last level. It is underwater. Let's be ready for that. Okay, boomerang's better than the axe. I don't know that there's any difference in damage with any of that stuff. That is the only thing I've noticed with those weapons. I feel some should do more than others. I want the lemon, you bitch. Curious amount of blood on those spikes. Clearly someone here before us. Yeah, I really failed to do anything effective there. Come on, let me through. I don't need the money. I'm not saving for anything. Also, there's really nothing to buy. I could understand it if the shops had like their own unique shit in them, but they don't as far as I can see. And while the mounts and weapons are useful, for the most part it's all platforming, so you could probably just save them for a boss, honestly. Honestly. If I were to write the guide for this, which I don't think anyone is calling for. You know, this video will suffice as the guide. I do occasionally get people questioning me about these games, and I say, look, you've seen as much as I have. If you watch a video, that is all I've ever played of these. Alright, this feels like a boss fight. This will actually be the last. If it isn't a boss, yeah, it's a boss. Okay. Alright, that's different. Boomerang is what I needed for this, I'm feeling. Notice how they're not giving me food. That does strongly imply that I need to kill this before. I suppose if they gave me food, the thing would never end, would it? Trouble is, when it's on the top like that, it's very hard to actually attack. And you can't move down quite quick enough. And you can force it down a bit, you've got some control. Good thing is, I've got like a whole other health bar. So I just took that hit then. Felt like a good idea. Okay. I'm almost certainly about to die. It's really annoying that the weapons have that cooldown. Oh, I won. One flashing sliver of health left. That's how good I was at that. So that was Dinocide. It's available on Steam. It's okay. It's nothing special. I might play it if I had it on like a handheld and nothing else to play, which is highly unlikely. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.